Yeah. Sorry. And we are live. Yeah. Let's just get
Heads
set
up. Heads up's always good.
Heads up, always good. Well, I haven't done the theme or anything yet. You all right there?
Oh, shoulder's killing me. It's giving me weird. I'm at my brother-in-law's and I had to twist back and reach something.
Yeah.
And I just can't do it with this arm anymore after the op. And I did, and it just hurt something. It's just hasn't been the same. Hasn't been the same. All right.
No good. Okay. All right. Let me hit
Intro.
Let me hit the intro. And let's do it.
Get the show going, man. Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up.
Crank it up. Crank it up. Crank it up.
Come on now. We're going to have action, too. Right here. It ain't going nowhere. Well, yeah, you got some technique, but you ain't show me that this summer. Hey, why on track?
Ball at the 5, third down and 2.
That was bad. Let's go have some fun, bro. We ain't got to talk about too much. He wants to play the ball. It's holding. Cliff. The cliff.
How is that not called?
That ain't gonna call a damn thing.
What is the delay for? He's standing right there.
He's taking a card out. He's a piece of paper.
It's that close? Dear Lord.
Hello and welcome. G, how you doing?
As a better week. Much better week than last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll, on behalf of both of us, I apologise for the sporadic nature of our podding because we've been on again, off again. There's no one watching us live right now. That's
Thank
probably
God.
why. Well, that's probably a side effect of it because, it's like, I can't rely on those dudes. Cancelled all my Friday stuff and I'm sitting here and they're not here.
Yeah, I'm sure people are cancelling their
course.
appointments
Yeah.
to listen to us yabble on for like an hour and 15 minutes.
Why not? How's your week been?
Like I said, a lot better this week compared to what happened last week. So I apologise to everybody for we didn't put on a pod last week, but circumstances out of my control, and unfortunately, my best mate had a stroke. Had it while he was on holidays. Just woke up in the morning and looked over to his girlfriend and had no idea who she was or her name or. So they got him home.
Yeah.
How I no idea. He didn't know what he was doing through customs and whatnot, and straight to emergency and bleeding on the brain, which I suppose is a stroke.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Precisely.
So So he's I just didn't feel. He had the operation on Thursday, and then Wednesday. Sorry.
Yep.
Thursday was a good day for him. Friday was a really bad day. So I didn't feel that, I didn't feel right about coming doing a pod and feeling all cheery and whatnot for the fact that, my mate was lying in a hospital bed, really struggling with what had gone on. So
no, quite right. Quite right.
Things are always worse after an operation. Swelling and whatnot. They've got a nice big scar, and they start messing around with your brain. There's swelling, so things are a bit worse on Friday for him. But now he's in rehab now, and got a bit of a road ahead. But we're doing what we can, and support. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Support.
Oh, absolutely. So anyway, I'm pleased to hear that the road is he's on the up.
He's on the up. It's
So
going to be a long road.
Yep.
But it's just going to take time. It's just going to take time.
Yeah, absolutely. And drinks of the pod, G.
We have 2 drinks tonight.
Yes.
For your good self, we have. You can show it to people.
We have the Twisted Palm. Yay. Tropical Pale Ale. Well, that's what it's got on the.
Hey, it's summer's around the corner. We've got a bit of a vibe here. We've got a double vibe on the drinks of the pod tonight.
Have we?
Yeah, we do.
Very good. You'll have to pop that for me.
Have to pop that one. Keeping with another with the summer vibe.
Wow, and it's looking a little bit yellow and black.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Coincidentally.
Really? Coincidentally, a bit of yellow and black.
Yeah.
Well, it is a bit chilly
It is a bit
in
chilly.
here.
You better warm yourself up.
Is Jay watching yet?
And we're in Tigerland.
Just got it upside down so you know what's upside down.
No one's on. Undoubtedly, Jay will watch this at some point, and he will be very happy to see the Tiger flag. Oh, cheers. And cheers to, well, on the premiership.
On the premiership team, because of everything that happened I'll tell you, last week and missed the Tigers, so I didn't get to
gloat.
Gloat. Well, look, I'm not really gloated because I follow the team.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of these people that go put it on Facebook. Like there's these people on Facebook, on my Facebook, and every time they're actually Collingwood supporters, when they win, it's all over. When they don't win, nothing.
Crickets.
You wouldn't know.
No.
And I'm not one of those people. I'm not a bigger follower as I used to be, obviously, because I'm more, the NFL now.
Yeah.
But it's a team that I've been following since I was in primary school. So you still, mate, you rap when they win.
Oh, my word, you are, of course.
So, but yeah, I just thought I'd put this on. I was hoping Jay would be on there somewhere. Eventually, he might come on.
Oh, he will. He will listen at least, so he will get caught up, and
he can look back at it.
2 out of 3, G.
Yeah. Look,
that's nice, isn't it? That's very nice.
It is good. We're starting a bit of a dynasty here. I think we've got a really good team, and I think they're going to be hot favourites going into next year as well. We get our number one defensive player back next year that we missed all of this year.
Yep.
So that just adds to what we have.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
This is nice too.
This is nice as well.
I might have had this one before. It's got a little bit spicy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I like it. Jamaican.
I'm a little dark though, G. I'm a little dark. I'm bringing the heat. I'm feeling the disrespect because you didn't shake my hand in the pre-production meeting.
Sorry. What would I?
No, I'm just kidding.
It took me a little bit to get. Yeah,
but the difference between me and Richard Sherman is there's not like 50 cameras and
you didn't bullshit
60,000 people.
You didn't bullshit about it. It actually didn't happen. It did not happen.
No,
I didn't shake your hand. It's not like I did know, someone had this thing going and all of a sudden,
What planet is that dude on?
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Is it a bit of a ploy? Because he did rope DeForest Buckner into it as well.
Yeah, but mate, you're a big boy. Buckner, mate, just turn around and go, no, bullshit. He shook my hand. What are you talking about, Sherman?
Yeah. And
I don't. Did he actually say that he didn't shake his hand, or did Sherman just say that he didn't shake?
Sherman
did Buckner say he didn't shake my hand as well? Did he?
No. Sherman said he didn't shake my hand or DeForest Buckner. And then I don't know I think DeForest Buckner might have been the first person to let the cat out of the bag and say, yeah, he shook my hand.
Mate, I saw it.
And so then Richard Sherman was a bit like, well, he didn't shake my hand. He doubled down.
He tripled down.
And then someone, like, well, hang on. Here's some video footage of you shaking hands with Baker.
Mate,
it's like, what?
Can we just go through a whole year where it just goes to show maybe no matter what your education level is and people think you're smart, maybe you're just not as smart as people think you are. What are you thinking? Like, I'm not into that shit.
If it fired up the Niners,
mate,
if it did, well,
mate, if that's what you need,
yeah, no, well,
it's a bit like the whole headphone thing, isn't it? I think we spoke about this before. You put the headphones on, you listen, like we've all done it. I've done it, before sport.
Yeah,
you take your headphones off, you start the game.
Yes,
all that. How hyped you were, because of the music you listen to. It's all gone.
Yeah. Mind you, is that you ringing or me ringing?
Might be you ringing me or me ringing you.
Oh, no, I'm not ringing. I used to play tennis against a guy who would listen to Eye of the Tiger before every match.
Okay.
Religiously, but it used to pump him up.
I'll tell you what's pretty cool, though, is that the snowboarders at the Olympics and that, they get to wear... I'm pretty sure you see them still wearing headphones as they're going down.
Oh, really?
That's pretty sweet. Like, I've actually thought about when I was overseas, just recently when I was in Austria, I thought about wearing like earplugs in and putting some really cool music as I'm screaming down the mountain just to make it just to make it like my own little video clip in my head,
That's right.
But I just do it, just in case my mate falls off and
he's screaming. Help! I can't feel my legs.
I just keep riding.
That's right. I didn't write down a lot of news, frankly. The other thing that I did notice that I was a little bit cut about is Chris Herndon is out another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hammy.
Yep.
Which is a bit of a frustration, especially in
I needed him this week.
The landscape that is tight end.
I've got like Evan Ingram in 3 teams.
Well, I was too smart for my own good. I thought I was clever, and I picked up Rhett Ellison.
Yeah, I saw you picked up in one league that we playing together.
Yeah, I'm beating you in that league, by the way.
Mate, which is what is it, like 10 points something? Half a point.
Stop the clock.
Yeah. Blow the siren, what we used to say. Wasn't it the football?
Siren.
You go to football and your team to score and just blow the siren stop the game.
I mean, I don't have a hope in hell in that league. Your team's very, very good. But I just chucked him in there. And because Rhett Ellison has been not a bad little bye week, not a bad sort of fill-in when Ingram's been out. But, but that team
I think he did like
trouble.
He put together one game last year, 1 or 2 games.
No,
last year or 2 years ago.
In Ingram's absence, he's been all right. Okay. It's just that I think not having any other weapons really does hurt you when you don't have a running back.
That's the league we have to start 2 tight ends.
Yes, correct.
Just seriously fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, we have to. So anyway, language. So
you can't swear on YouTube.
Well, no, I think we can. I mean, there's not like there's anyone watching live.
No.
So I think it's fine.
Yeah. No, and just talk. Oh, you want to finish the news and then I'll...
No, I don't. I didn't write anything else down, so you tell me.
Oh, look, I'm starting... We play in... I don't know how many leagues that you play in every league that I play in. You play in a few more than I do.
No, you've got some that you play that I don't play in, don't you?
No, I just play... No, just...
I mean, you got some...
redraft. Just redraft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
With my mate Chris.
Yeah.
But I must admit, I am very quickly... just losing all passion to play dynasty fantasy.
Really?
Yeah, I've just had enough.
You want to play just redraft?
Mate, well, at least in redraft, you know that people are invested at least for 1 year, and then they can pick your own team. So it keeps people invested again.
Yes.
I don't know. I was a bit salty, bit shitty this year. We play in, let's say, the flea flicker leagues that we play in.
Yeah.
We have 5.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And I reckon I've seen 2 trades amongst 5 leagues all year.
They're not super active, those leagues.
No, I'm actually thinking of just pulling the pin on Dynasty altogether because people just Dynasty has a lifespan.
Yeah.
And unless you're like a really close-knit group of friends and it's active, it just doesn't last. And so what I've done in the last couple of weeks is I have put out a heap of trades just to get something going.
Right.
How many trades do you think I've had accepted?
I don't think you've had any accepted.
None. And I'm not trying to rip people off.
No. Your offers are always very reasonable, G.
And they're a starting base.
Yes.
And I always say, let's just start talking. This will get us talking. Is that there must be something on my team that you need, because I don't trade with people. I'm smart enough to look at people's
roster,
which I'm sure everybody does. Well,
no,
not everybody does.
Don't,
okay, granted. And look at what they need. Now, I'm not going to trade with someone that has absolutely nothing that they might have something I need, but they don't have anything that I have that they need.
Yes.
So what's the point? I'm just wasting my time.
Correct.
So it's just. And there's just like a reject. There's no why, and I always give a why. I'm not high on this guy. I think his ceiling's low, his floor's low, blah blah blah, whatever. Or you're full of shit. And you're just trying to rip me off and whatever.
Yep.
It's just
to your credit, G, you do. You always give a reason.
It's boring as seriously. People get invested when it's draft. Because they can pick, it's almost like it's not repicking your team, but it's picking rookies. And then people that's it, close shop. It's done, finished. That's it for the year.
Yes.
So all the dynasty leagues that we play are pretty much nothing during the year. So what you have is what you have. And the leagues that we play in, there is absolutely nothing on waivers. I think because maybe the rosters are too big.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
The only one we have is our Dynasty 3. which is an IDP league.
That's a good balance, actually.
Mate, that is very good. There's always something on defense, and there's always someone to cover you on offense.
Yes.
Okay, it might be an wide receiver 3 or 4, but there's enough on there that you can take a chance. So I think maybe this guy this week will give me something or give me some points to the nothing I'm going to get.
But I tell you, with respect to the Too Legit League, which is probably the most active league we're in.
I was going to mention 2 people in that too.
Okay, but I was going to say we have what's our roster? 45. It's IDP.
Yep, we got 45, 9
taxi
squad, and I think what about
5 IR or something?
Yeah, 5 IR. Yeah, because my IR. I'm looking like a hospital wing at the moment.
Yeah, I know. But you're still doing so well.
I've got guys sitting on my actual starting rosters in my 45 that I can't drop because I got no room.
No,
got to carry them.
But having said,
and the good players I got sitting down there too.
I know you have. Now, the thing about Too Legit even is there's nothing on the waiver wire.
No.
Pretty much.
No.
Because the taxi, you might as well count as active roster.
Mm-hmm.
So we've basically got 55 active roster pretty much, or 54 or something. That's too big.
Too big.
We should cut it to 40. Now, I tell you what, I have to, Sheps, if you listen to this, I'm in a league that he started up this year.
No one cares about leagues, you know that, don't you?
No, I know, but I'm just talking about league size.
Yeah.
So fictional fantasy football league, the roster size is 40. We've still got 10 taxi, so call that 50 there.
So are even 10 taxis too big?
No, but there's the waiver wire. There is something on the waiver wire.
You need a size that keeps people interested.
Yeah, I'd say cut the taxi even more. Even I'm really down on taxis altogether.
We got to come up with a league with a set of rules that makes people invested, because people just don't get invested. People they rock up on a Sunday night,
set their lineup,
don't check the bloody
ins and outs.
Oh, not just that. They don't check trades.
No.
I've got trades sitting out there that have been out there for a while now. I'm just waiting to see. One was out there for a month and still sitting there.
Well, you got to cancel it because you never know.
I'm happy if it, like, I actually offered the same trade that I offered a month ago that was still sitting there after a month that I'd forgotten all about myself because it's been sitting there for
dangerous.
so long.
It's dangerous.
So, so about our Too Legit League, there's a lot of trading on there, but I've had some absolute, like, seriously, if you're going to ream me, mate, lube up and wear protection, mate. It's just not this dry start crap. I don't want to be catching anything off you blokes. And one is our good mate Memphis. He offered me, great, mate, and he did.
We love you, Randy. You know,
he does. He knows.
Yeah. He tries. He tries it.
He does try. That's what he said. He goes, "I'm just trying." I said, "Mate, that's a big knife, mate. You're trying with." I'm telling you, he's trying to. Eifert for a first round pick.
He's got Eifert. He wanted a first round pick for Eifert.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is a 2 tight end league.
Yeah, mate, I'm not giving you a first round pick. I'll hold on to that one. And Shane, what did he offer me? He gave me Amari Cooper and Vernon Davis.
Okay.
Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's great, but he wanted 4 players.
Yeah.
Off me. And I got 4 players. I'm going, like, yeah.
And who were the 4?
And then at the bottom, and a first round pick.
Oh.
I said, dude, what are you doing? Like, seriously. Like, I know we're in Australia, and it's not our national sport, but we
are like Richard Sherman. It's like the lack of respect is palpable sometimes. Like, come on.
I know they're only trying to pull one over, but just, mate, don't send out trades that you wouldn't want to accept yourself.
Correct. I mean, what are they hoping? That we're going to be a little bit on the Terps and we're going to accept?
But I don't mean that. I just mean anybody playing in any league.
Yeah.
Really think about your trades. Okay, the first trade's not always going to be. I always sort of put it in my favour a little bit, but not some of them. But in the hope that someone will say, well, yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And you like to feel you win in a trade.
Yeah.
But, mate, there's just, without trading during the year, a league is extremely, extremely boring.
Yes, it is. And we've got several of those, unfortunately.
We do.
So, I think don't give up on Dynasty. I sort of feel like the key will be to cull a whole lot of leagues. That's how I'm feeling. I want to get rid of a whole lot of them because then the ones that I really enjoy, I can spend more time actually, building my team and nurturing it.
And we have to make up our own rules. One rule I really hate is when you drop somebody and then they sit there until waivers come round.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
That should never happen because all that does is give the people that are not invested in the league the opportunity when the week's over to go and go, hey, look, I didn't do that well this week, but this guy's sitting on waivers.
Yeah.
I'll go and grab him.
Yep.
I reckon as soon as they're dropped,
available
to everybody.
Yes. Especially with Thursday night games, Sunday early, late, Sunday night, Monday night. It's like there's so little window.
Yeah.
Now, I tell you, Scott Fish Bowl is like that. Someone drops a player, you can pick them straight up.
Okay.
Which I would love.
Yeah, look, I dropped someone this week.
Oh.
I dropped Malcolm Brown. I just had enough.
Yeah.
And then now the Todd Gurley news came out. So I went on there yesterday
to pick him up.
I went to pick, and I couldn't do it.
Which league is
in
this?
Our redraft league, our original redraft league.
Oh, okay.
But today he was available, so the time ran out.
Yeah,
but that gave other people not, But it doesn't give people that they're invested in go and look and keep involved the opportunity to go and grab these people.
Yeah,
and that's what it should do.
It should.
If you're invested, you get first dibs.
Yeah, absolutely. We could run a show just on. You know what we should do? We should. Here am I saying how I need to cut down leagues. Maybe what we should do is try and design the perfect league. But I'm going to cut down. I need to cut down a ton of leagues.
What is the perfect league? Get people involved.
Yeah.
Come on, tell us what you think.
Yep.
Now, I've also spoken to our friend Chris Ganley.
Yes. Hey, Chris.
Chris, he's a smart man. He's going to come on and we're going to talk about trading. Why are people adverse to trading? And in like, to me, you should run your league, your team as a business.
Sure, you should.
So I've asked Chris a few things. When he comes on, we'll discuss it, and just about how people go about drafting and then doing the waiver wire, trading. Why people don't like trading? Some people just won't trade.
That's crazy.
For some people, that it's like the players are encased in gold. So, and there's like a risk element to it. So this is what Chris does for a job. So we'll get him on to talk about how you run it like a business should be run.
Imagine if you were a share market, a stock trader, and you never traded. You just bought all your shares. I'm going to have, BP fuel. I'm going to have Telstra shares. I'm going to have whatever, and that's it. Oh, done now.
And you keep them for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Do nothing.
Yeah. And they can go up and down. You're not going to do anything.
No, they're not going to do anything.
You wouldn't have many clients.
No.
And because that's some of the fun of this is when you have a hunch about a player, or it can even be sometimes you buy high. I understand that. Sometimes you're just like, no, I really like this guy and I think he's like CMC. The price on CMC would be crazy.
I have tried to get CMC. I offered a quarterback with the first round pick and other players.
Yep.
And look, that's fine. That's, I can understand why you don't want to give up someone like that. But if you don't have the guy who I try to trade with, his starting quarterback is Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But
hey, let me tell you, I'll give you a trade offer. So this is not in, I know you just asked me about Cortland Sutton, but this is not related to that. In another league, a guy who's competing is after Cortland Sutton and he keeps on trying. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to sell Cortland Sutton because he's good.
Mm.
And I don't have many wide receivers on this team, but he's offered me. He doesn't have any 2020 picks. He's gone to 2021, which is dangerous because, we don't know what but he's.
I don't believe you should be able to trade anything except for the picks that are coming up the following year. I don't. In one of our leagues, we can actually give away 2022 picks.
Oh, it's too far.
Like, why would you do that?
2022.
Mate, you could load up and just disappear, and then someone's going to take over the team. And
you could, but the only thing is he is paid to be able to trade that. He is paid that year in advance.
Oh, that is, yeah.
So he's invested.
That's fine then.
But he offered me a 2021 first, second, and third.
2021 first, second, and third.
Yep.
Okay.
For Sutton. But I don't know what that'll be. He could win. And
I don't even know.
The 112. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know what the 21 class is going to be like.
No idea. 2020 looks
good. Court and Sutton's starting to become
valuable.
A dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. It's
and why do you want to give away a dude?
I know. Well, that's right. Says G, who's just texted me saying, what do you want for Cortland Sutton?
You want to give away the dude?
That wasn't the reason I raised it. It's just fine. That because in the league you asked about, I'm not contending and you're contending.
Mm.
So in that context,
I've lost the last two.
Have you really lost the last two?
The two. Yep.
Ooh, gee.
He's had bad weeks.
Yeah.
Man, Mike Evans last week. And,
zero.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, let's get to the lost for words, the content, what we've got on the slate of the pre-production thing we discussed that we didn't discuss, sort of. No, you told me.
Okay, so where do you want to start? We got three. We're going to put together 3 teams tonight.
Yes.
We're going to put it's week 6.
Yep.
So 6 of the best. So
yep.
Who you think's going to be the best 6 players?
Yep.
This week. So our quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, tight end.
Yes.
That is 6, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It is 6.
Then we have our...
Who comes out?
Our replacements.
Yes.
So that out of the top echelon that aren't going to be any good this week.
Yep.
And then we have our players that are outside the top 12, 24, etc.
And coming in. Yes.
So where would you like to start?
Oh, I don't care.
Which one?
Let's start with the elite.
The elite?
Yeah.
6 of the best.
6 of the best.
Okay. The only 6 of the best I used to get was off my old man when I... 6 of the...
5 of the best, isn't it?
Oh, no, 6.
6?
Oh, mate, yeah.
6 what? 6 what? Mate, I was thinking that's 5 of the best, isn't it?
No, mate, it's how his hand moved at about 6G. That's how hard he hit me, mate. His body just shifted 6G to the side.
Now, when I did mine, I tried to be a little bit left of centre, G.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to just go Paddy Mahomes.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
No, I think I have on one player just because I have a lot of big shares in him. I just want to do well this week.
Good karma.
Well,
okay. Should we?
Either that or I've just mozzed him.
Let's throw our quarterbacks in the ring.
Okay,
then.
We'll throw our quarterbacks in the ring.
I've got fantastic Russell Wilson.
Oh,
yeah, at Cleveland. Now, Thursday night football was awesome. Russ against the Rams. I shouldn't just say Russ against the Rams. The whole Seahawks beating the Rams. He's currently first in the NFL with 12 touchdowns. Cleveland are looking to rebound, and they're desperate for the win. I actually think they will rebound to an extent, but I think Seattle's going to win still. But the Seattle D can actually be thrown on. I think this could be a bit of a shootout. But you know what? What Russell Wilson is such a good quarterback that he eludes pressure, and yet it's not the end of the story. You know what I mean? Like he can move around so effectively. I mean, Lamar Jackson would love to be Russell Wilson, but
Lamar Jackson doesn't move around. He just takes off.
Yes, he takes off. Whereas
Russ doesn't really.
He can reset.
Yeah, but he used to take off, and he doesn't do it as much anymore. He just gets flushed out. He just moves around, sets and rethrows. He doesn't take off down.
No,
like his running numbers aren't that. I don't think they're that great.
No, I don't think so.
No,
but he is so impressive, isn't he?
He is. I was a little bit concerned. I thought he got a little bit collared at the start of the year a few times, but I think he sort of picked up his mojo again in the pocket.
Right. Okay.
Very
nice. Who do you have?
My quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Oh, nice.
Up against the Bengals this week, who are ranked 24th against QBs. Now, are you going to get the passing of Lamar Jackson's been off the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
But, man, the dude is just putting up points on the scoreboard just with his legs. So if you look against other running quarterbacks that have played against the Bengals this year, Kyler Murray ran for 23 yards and a touch. And Josh Allen ran for 46.
Right.
So I'd more compare Lamar Jackson to Kyler Murray.
Yes.
So I see that. He's already rushed for 308 yards already this year. I actually think he might. I think he actually leads his team in rushing. Would that be fair? I should have checked that.
Ooh.
Up against Mark Ingram. What's Mark Ingram this year?
I've got no idea.
Okay. I should look that one up.
Should be.
But he's 308 yards, 1 TD. He's averaging I've worked it. He's averaging 61.6 yards a game. So there's 6 points for you straight away.
Yes. Yeah.
Or close to 7. So, yeah, I'd definitely be going and looking at him, especially with that, and give him 1 or 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
You know, how much do you need? 250 yards, that's all. You have a pretty good day.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to running back then. We're each going to throw a couple of running backs in.
Yes.
I'm sure that you've got one or maybe at least one of these. So I had to put CMC in there.
Okay. I didn't put CMC. I don't know if it's going to be one of those weeks for him this year. He's up against a much harder run, D.
He is. Now, he tops the NFL in carries and rushing yards. Only Aaron Jones has got more rushing TDs.
Should have bought 2 of those.
And he's gone already.
He's gone.
And he's only ranked second in the position in catches and receiving yards. Very impressive, CMC. And the other running back, do you want to throw my second one in there? Alvin Kamara.
So I've got Alvin Kamara as well. You just have to look what McCaffrey did last week, don't you?
Yeah,
to know,
precisely.
You got to play Kamara. But Kamara did pop up on the injury list this week.
Okay.
Was it yesterday? With the ankle. So just keep an eye on that.
Okay. Yeah, I did. I wrote down Jacksonville allowed 176 rushing yards and 2 scores to CMC last week. Last week against the Bucks, Kamara touched the ball 22 times. There's been a little bit of, Teddy, listen, they haven't lost a game.
No.
And maybe it's just a process of getting into sync. Kamara has averaged 22 touches and 118 yards per outing, and he has got 2 touchdowns with Teddy under center. But the Jags D has permitted the 4th most rushing yards, the 9th most rushing TDs, and the 7th most fantasy points to rushing.
And look, he put up almost 17 fantasy points last week against the Bucks, who are ranked number 1 run defense.
Yes. Yeah. Who you got? So
I've got Kamara. I've got Kamara as well.
Yep, perfect.
And my other one is Chris Carson at Cleveland this week. The Browns D ain't good.
No.
Browns offense ain't good.
No.
Baker Mayfield ain't good.
Oof. Give him time. Give him time.
Mate, he needs time.
Yeah,
because if he's rushed, he's terrible.
Yeah.
Like I actually, everybody's saying he's a one read guy. So I sat there and watched him for a quarter.
Okay.
Mate, he is.
Really?
He seriously, he needs time. So, look, they just had the pants pulled down by the 49ers. Brady went for 114 and a tee. Mate, he had that 83 on the first play. Like, no one within cooey of him. Tevin Coleman looked great. He had 97 and a touch. So, they had a total of 275 yards run on them last week.
Right.
So, look, Carson's had 20-plus carries in the last 2 weeks. Hasn't had under 15 carries minimum a game all season. The last 2 weeks has had 100-plus yards rushing. And Pro Football Focus have Cleveland rush D ranked at 31.
Ooh. Wow.
And he's running hard too, Carson.
He is.
I used to say that about him. Like last year we spoke about how hard he ran, especially at home.
Yeah.
He's running hard all over the joint this year.
Very impressive.
So, I think he missed training too this week. Just keep an eye on that as well with a shoulder injury. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And, just quietly, Rashad Penny looks like a terrible draft pick.
He looks like a terrible draft pick at in the first round.
Yes. Yeah.
If he was 4,
I mean, especially knowing what they've got in Chris Carson. I mean, I know teams put a lot of stock in draft capital, but Chris Carson, what, undrafted? I think.
It could have been.
Yeah, and look at him.
Unless you have McCaffrey, a Zeke, someone that like that, why would you spend the first round pick? You just wouldn't do it.
No.
On a back. I still don't know why the Patriots went and grabbed Sony Michel with what they call, and I don't believe in anything called a luxury pick. What the hell's a luxury pick? Every pick's a pick. It's not a luxury.
No. That's kind of just, I don't know what that means.
I have no idea.
And they don't really see.
What did he run for today? Like 80 yards, 20 through the air, something like that.
I think he might have had 100
total.
Purpose.
Just over 100.
Didn't get in the end zone.
No.
And
mate, come on, let's face it. Look who's they're playing the Giants.
I know.
And the Giants gave him a run for a while there. Mate, seriously, if not for 3 interceptions and the Patriots D, you might find yourself in a bit of trouble. Brady, what did he throw? 300 yards, one interception and no TD. He ran 2 in.
Yes. Yeah. True. Wide receivers, G.
Yep.
So I have 2. So do you. I have 2 wide receivers. The first guy, obviously I'm a big fan of, and I do have a bit of stock in this guy, but love to watch him play, and that's Keenan Allen.
Okay.
Versus Pittsburgh. Last week, Chargers.
Where's his Chargers?
Oh, the Chargers aren't looking good. Last week was a blip. The Chargers do need to notch a win. It's the winless Steelers. I think that they will.
No Pouncey.
I know. It's a worry. The wheels are, man, talk
what is
about,
it, Nick?
Oh, actually, I'm not sure. But you talk about your fantasy team being a hospital ward.
Mate, the Chargers every year.
Every year, I know. And listen, every year, there's got to be something to that.
Is there a lot of snakes in that area? Because they are bitten badly, aren't they?
Yeah, they certainly are. And the second guy I've got now, there are 4 wide receivers in the NFL. I know you hate when I do this and ask you questions. There are 4 wide receivers in the NFL who currently have over 500 yards receiving.
Okay. Yep.
Can you name them?
Over 500 yards
already. Yes, 4 of them.
Jeez, I was looking up today. It wouldn't be Will Fuller. He's got 400
It's not.
now.
It's not Will Fuller.
Wait. Over 500 yards already.
Through 5 games.
How many? 5.
Holy
shit.
Yes. I know.
I'm trying to think who would have.
The top one's got 543.
McCaffrey.
No.
Okay.
No. 500 receiving yards.
But he'd be up there, wouldn't he?
He's probably not far behind.
He's probably not far off. No, give it to me.
He's not one of the 500 clubs. So Michael Thomas has 543.
Okay. Yep.
Amari Cooper.
I hate when you do this to me.
I know you do. Amari Cooper has 512.
Really?
Yes. Chris Godwin has 511. And the player that I've selected has the 4th amount. Actually, I didn't write it down. Over 500. Coops. He has them. Versus San Francisco, and I sort of feel like him and Goff. No matter what you could say about the Rams, him and Goff, there's no question that they have wife barbecues for sure.
Married?
Oh, actually, I don't know.
No, maybe girlfriends.
Girlfriend barbecues.
Swingers.
Swingers. Maybe they're very happy. Yeah. Well, who knows?
I don't know.
I don't have any evidence.
It's not even alleged. It's just hearsay. It's just not. No, it's not hearsay. It's just.
But Cooper Kupp is damn impressive. Jeez, his hands. He just does not drop anything.
And look, and the way Goff is quarterbacking this year, mate, he's lucky he's got Goff. Kupp.
Yeah, he is. He's very lucky he's got Kupp.
Yeah.
So, Cooper Kupp I put in there.
Beautiful.
So who did you...
Okay, I'm a little left field on the field. I'm going on Larry Fitzgerald this week against the Falcons. Man, the Falcons are terrible. The D's, like I talked the D up. I thought they were going to be good a couple of years ago. I said, here we go. We got no part. I don't think we've even got have we got a sack at all this year? I'll be surprised if we have a sack. I really would.
You must have a sack.
We didn't have one last week. How many times Seriously. It's just, I don't know. But anyway.
You got lots of injuries. That's like a hospital ward as well.
It is, but,
But Deion Jones has been a bit disappointing this year, seemingly. But he doesn't have any supporting cast either.
No.
What happened to Vic
O'Neill's
Beasley?
gone again. Vic Beasley. Well, Vic Beasley's had 1 year.
Yeah, I know.
He had 1 year.
He played 1 year. Yeah.
He played 1 year.
I don't know what happened to him.
I don't know. What do you do with him? I don't know.
Yeah,
Trade
lots of problems at the safety position.
Yep. So here we go. So anyway, they're up against the Falcons, who are ranked 31 against QBs. Granted, he's the one who throws the ball, and 32 against wide receivers.
They're up against the Cards, aren't they?
They are up against the Cards.
I thought you said the Falcons. They're up against the Falcons.
What do you mean?
You said
Larry Fitz up against the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. So, and look at the offense they play in. You know, and the quarterback, that's what they want him doing. They want to be throwing the ball. And lay on top of that David Johnson is injured or...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Could be Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds this week.
Yep.
So put that on top. Larry Fitz is ranked number 16 amongst wide receivers at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And in week one, he went for 113 yards against the Lions at home. They're at home again this week.
Yep.
Look, and let's face it, Kyler Murray's not throwing touchdowns at the moment, but, mate, if you're ever going to start doing it, it'll be this week. And you look at other guys that have who put up numbers against the Falcons in the slot. Nelson Aguilar put up 107, 1 TD on 8 receptions. AJ Brown put on 94 and 2 TDs.
Yep.
And Will Fuller, who's obviously not a slot guy, but he burned him last week for 217 yards and 3 TDs. So,
yeah,
if you're ever going to get started, and look, and the thing is about Larry Fitzgerald is they'll get down within the red zone. Mate, he's just a smart man. He just knows
he is,
where to be.
Yep.
And he's going to just tear the Falcons a new one when you get down there.
Yes.
And my second one is because I said that before, I just have a bit of stock in him and I need him to play well this week. And I'm not complaining because I own him, and that's DeAndre Hopkins at KC.
Yep.
However, the Chiefs are ranked number 9 against wide receivers.
Oh, fancy that.
Which is quite unusual.
Yeah.
But, we're all hoping, I'm hoping for the shootout potential to be there.
Yeah.
He's had no less than 7 targets in all his game, and DJ Chark burnt the Chiefs for 146 and 1 TD. So, yeah, it's just a gut feeling this week that DeAndre Hopkins is going to have that resurgence.
Yes, let's hope so. And at tight end,
we probably have the same person.
Probably do.
We have to.
Do you know who has the most receptions at the tight end position, G?
Austin Hooper?
No, Darren Waller. He's got 37.
Oh, has he? Okay.
Yeah. But I still put who?
So did I.
Who's got 34, and he'll overtake him this week, all right? Because Waller's on a bye. So
Arizona giving up 23.6 on average fantasy points to tight ends.
Yeah.
And let's face it, every team only has one tight end. So the tight end's doing pretty well. They're ranked number 32.
Yeah.
And he's the number 1 tight end at the moment.
He is,
Hooper.
I know.
461 yards, 6 TDs.
Yeah. Looking really.
And another
really
one
good.
I put in there just in case was Will Disley.
Nice.
In the last 4 weeks, has scored 71.7 fantasy points. 250 yards, 4 TDs. Cleveland have given up, and they're ranked 25th against tight ends.
Let me ask you a quick Disley question. Because, guys come and go, and there's mirages, and then there's oases. Disley, real deal?
Can be.
You just sat on the fence, didn't you?
Well, is he the real deal?
Yeah.
Well, mate, when he's been on the park, he's been okay. When they've used him, he's good. He doesn't let them down. So as long as he gets used, there's plenty of tight ends out there that get used and do nothing. We saw Ebron get used for 5 years, 6, whatever it was.
And to be honest with you, like Darren Waller's another G guy, but I'm pretty sure that you were kind of high on Will Disley. From memory.
I'd have to go back and have a look.
I think you were, because
I have no idea.
I hadn't really...
Darren Waller, mate. That was a good call 5 years ago.
I know.
It took 5 years to come.
It was too long ago to hang on to him.
Well, I think I have in one league, maybe.
For a while.
Yeah, I've got him in one league. I think I had him in every league I sat him there.
He's bounced around.
And after a
that's
while,
why.
I just
That's
you
it.
just sort of lose interest. And because it's not that you don't think the guy had the talent, because I actually said that you got to watch out for this guy, but it's the fact that you just don't get the opportunity.
No, and I think I can't remember where he was drafted or where he was playing, but I think didn't they have him as a wide receiver?
Yes.
Yep. So like it was just bad fit. And but I do have a vague recollection of you saying, "Hey, watch out for Will Disley," because I remember when he was just sitting on the Seattle roster, not doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a better memory than I do. Sorry, Jay, I can't.
I don't really, but
can't own up to saying that. But
I do kind of remember that. So listen, should we go to the replacements? Like
yes,
who we're going to pull out?
Yes.
Okay, who we're going to pull out? We've already gone for 45 minutes. Wow.
Oh, maybe. Okay, well, we're getting through these pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, we'll get through these pretty quick.
Do you want to do? How about we do who's going to drop out first before, and then replace them?
Okay, and maybe we won't talk as much.
Okay.
Who's coming out? Aaron Rodgers is coming out.
Ooh.
Versus Detroit. Did you know that Aaron Rodgers has not thrown 3 touchdowns in a game this year?
Well, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Did you also know that apart
did he throw
from
one last week?
A touchdown? Ooh, I don't know.
Geez, Aaron Jones ran 4 in.
Yeah.
He didn't only score 4.
I know, that's true. Did you know apart from the game versus Philadelphia in week 4?
He only scored like 8 fantasy points or something last week.
Did he?
Is that right?
Oh, he could have. He hasn't thrown more than 240 yards in a game apart from week 4.
But and they're still winning.
And they're still winning. He is the QB 12.
Is it because, too, that outside of Devontae Adams,
Yeah.
do they actually have a receiving core? Because none of these guys have been what we thought they were going to be preseason.
It's pretty fair to say that
Geronimo Allison was talked
disappointing.
about.
Man,
Van Scantling, everybody spoke about.
he's looked good in patches.
Yeah, but you can't be patchy.
No, you can't.
And that's now with no Adams.
Yep. So I just said, based on what the price you would have paid for him in fantasy, it's not what you expected.
No.
Buyer beware. So
Mate, what QB would he be?
QB 12, I wrote
QB
down.
12.
Yeah. QB 12.
I was going to say 16 or something.
Who would you take out, G?
I have Jared Goff up against the 49ers
That's blasphemy.
this week. So he's a number 11 according to Fantasy Pros for Week 6 rankings. He's ranked 15 on the season, quarterback.
Yep.
And he's playing against the number 2 ranked defense to QBs, only giving up 9.5 fantasy points a game. And some of the players that the 49ers have gone against: Winston, 194, 1 TD, 3 interceptions. Dalton, 311, 2 TDs, an interception. That's the best quarterback that they've played against the 49ers this year.
Wow.
Dalton, imagine that.
Ooh.
Rudolph, but it's Rudolph, 174, 2 Ds, and an interception. And Baker Mayfield, eight completions, 22 attempts, 100 yards, 2 INTs.
Baker.
Not good. And this is the first year. Like, I'm not a Baker fan, but I thought this year I'll go and grab him in the league.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And another one I went and did the same thing I've
Redraft.
never owned,
Yeah.
and I'm not a fan of.
Yep.
That's Cam Newton. And I did that as well. And they've both come and burnt me bad. So I've learnt my lesson. Stick to the guys I like.
Yep. Not much baby making going on.
No.
In the Baker
And
household.
mate, the 49ers D is legit.
Oh, is it
Their
ever?
pass rush was
Yep.
They should be up for manslaughter last week. Seriously.
Well, listen, the price, the draft capital that they've invested in that D line, it should be bloody legit.
Okay,
Zach
back.
just says,
sorry.
sorry, you forgot about daylight saving time, but mate, that changed like a week ago.
Yeah, Zach. Rick Van Winkle, mate, he's been asleep the whole time.
So listen, we're doing a replacement. So listen, who are we pulling out?
I think I put a trade out to you too, Zach. So just check your trade, okay, please.
Okay,
if you need a quarterback, I've given you a quarterback.
A good one,
Carson Wentz.
Oh, gee, that is a good one.
Oh, mate, I don't put out crap. I told you that. And DD Westbrook.
Indeed. Oh, okay.
Hey, mate, don't you what? Hey, DD's coming up in a minute.
Is he? Okay, running backs who are going to pull out.
Yep.
I've 2.
Yes.
Pulling out 2, and I'll tell you my 2 then. I'm pulling out Melvin Gordon.
Ooh.
Now,
I haven't seen that game. How did he look when he got the ball?
Average.
Mate, he looks average all the time. What's his average? His average is like 3 point something, mid threes. His career.
Yeah.
And see if he doesn't get the 25 carries a game, he's not going to give you numbers.
Oh, Zach says he's from Perth. They don't do daylight saving. Okay, that makes sense then. Our time has changed and his time hasn't changed.
They don't do it in Perth.
No, they don't do it in Brisbane either.
Oh, yeah. I thought Queensland was the only backward state. Obviously, there's two.
Backward state. No, come on. They've got the weather in Perth is beautiful. That's why they don't have to do it.
Mate,
it's only here where...
Mate, I went there when I was like 6 years old. Haven't been there back. I fly over it a lot. Don't actually
fly over it.
Don't actually stop.
So Melvin Gordon. Now the Chargers are playing against Pittsburgh, but let me just tell you, sitting out is never good. It's never good.
No.
I mean, I think he's prime candidate to get injured for a start.
Trade.
Everyone who's got him in fantasy is just kind of waiting for him to blow up so they can trade him, I think. And Eckler has looked lit.
Yeah.
So there's no reason.
We spoke about this.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Trade him. Just get rid of him.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like... Meh.
Okay, who's your second one?
Joe Mixon.
Ooh.
At Baltimore. Now, the team's a train wreck. What I wrote here?
Joe Mixon looks... he looks so... If he had any sort of an offensive line...
Yep. Here's what I wrote, G. Best house on the worst street.
Who?
Joe Mixon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Best house on the worst street.
Yep.
What can you do? The guy's talented, but man...
He's got patience. He's got explosion.
Yeah.
Mate, he lowers the shoulder. He does everything you want from a back. They don't use him enough in the passing game.
No, they don't know. So, G, you give me a couple of running backs you're pulling out.
Todd Gurley.
Oh, is he even playing?
Don't know. Well, I wrote this down before I heard about the quad.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's actually playing.
Yeah, so he's up against the 49ers as well. Mate, his season so
Zach,
far...
you might know. Zach's online. He can do a quick Google of Todd Gurley and see.
Thanks, Zach.
All right.
Yeah, this season so far, he's had 97 yards, 63, 43, 16, and 51. In the last 2 weeks, he's had two. Take away the touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take them away, but the yardage just isn't there. You're relying on touchdowns, which is an unreliable factor.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And he's only had 68 total receiving yards. And the 49ers against running backs, Ronald Jones, 75, Joe Mixon, 17, James Conner, 43, and Nick Chubb, 87.
Yep.
And I don't believe there's any TDs amongst any of those four running backs. My second one is number 12 on Fantasy Pros this week, and that is James Conner.
Ooh.
Against Carolina.
Chargers.
Against the Chargers. Mate, you got Devin Hodges throwing the ball. What are you more afraid of?
Jalen Samuels out.
Jalen Samuels is out as well.
Yes.
But what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of, like, Connor?
Juju?
Yeah, but look who's throwing the ball.
Yeah, I know. Third string quarterback.
The pass rush is still okay, isn't it?
Have they signed another quarterback? They'd have to, wouldn't they?
Well, I think that'd be a little bit that they let Dobbs go now. Hey, Joshua Dobbs would be a nice little fill-in right now, wouldn't he?
Probably would be.
He would be.
Yeah.
So I got James Conner. I don't want to keep it up there. Number 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Wide receiver.
Receivers.
I've put in a pair. Actually, before I do that, Zach's given us a bit of a trade update here. So, G, I don't know. You're going to be exposed potentially.
No. I'm happy.
You're happy to.
Yeah.
So it says here, G offered me Wentz and Mark Andrews.
That's not bad.
That's nice.
Oh, did I say DD? That's another trade. So I've got going.
Okay. All right. So Wentz and Andrews is pretty good.
Yeah. For
Andy Dalton.
I need to fill in. Well, if I'm going to give away Wentz, I need a quarterback just to stick in there for bye
and
week.
Lev Bell. That's a pretty fair trade. He agrees. I think the trade's fair, but you're taking the only startable running back I have on my roster. Take one of my receivers instead. There you go. He's got it.
Okay, Zach, just while we're here, have you go and have a look at my receivers, mate? I don't need receivers. I've got Julio, Tyreek Hill, Allen Robinson, and Cooper Kupp. I think I'm pretty good at wide receiver. That's fine, mate. You can knock it back. I'm at least, I just put it out there. I'm trying to get stuff done.
Okay.
Look, I must admit, we're in a league where running back is
scarce. Yeah.
And we got to start 3.
Yeah.
So I understand. I just wanted his quarterback is Andy Dalton. So I was just trying to, I thought
Carson Wentz is pretty handy.
You know, and Mark Andrews, he's got he's got I don't know what his quarter. I think it's I don't know. No, it might be done. His tight end's Eifert.
Oh, Eifert. Okay.
So I'll give him
Eifert's doing all right.
So I'm giving. He's bullshit. He's not. He's dropped a couple in the end zone so far this year.
Has he?
Okay. Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. So I've got 2 wide receivers from the same team.
Yep.
That I'm going to drop out.
I've got big names this week.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 2 wide receivers in the same team.
Here we go.
And it's
ranked number 23 and 24, just scraping, and they are.
Well, hang on.
Oh, you're gonna. I know you're gonna put in there.
Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks.
Yes.
Correct.
They're the only team two that would be in there from the same time. And there's no way you're taking out Coop.
No, I'm not taking Coop out. No. And it's really because of Cooper Kupp. So, you know, I don't know. What can you say?
Oh, I don't know. You're the one who's coming here with the details. Obviously, very limited details at that.
Oh, on that, yes.
Yeah.
Only because look,
yes.
I look, Robert Woods.
I
and
might
Brandon
just start
Cooks,
writing down names with no stats to back it up. It made my job. I wouldn't have to sit at the computer for 2 nights, 3 nights.
I've given you stats, but on this one, look, I have stock of both of these guys. I love them both. I love that whole wide receiver core, but for whatever reason, and it might be partly Coop, but for whatever reason,
that's Goff. Goff just doesn't look good this year.
Yeah,
the whole offense just doesn't look good.
Goff doesn't look good enough to feed those 3 guys.
And maybe it's the fact that they don't have the run game that they've had before.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe everybody's just caught up.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe. So tell me your guys.
Okay, my first wide receiver is Juju Smith-Schuster. Only simply because, do I trust? Like, I know that he's put up numbers with everybody he's played with this year.
Yep.
But, mate, he's... What have I written here? 171 of his last 3 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's scored yards. 113 of those have come after the catch.
Really?
You can't rely on that all the time.
No. You can't.
So it's just it's the whole quarterback thing. I just don't know. And let's face it though, the Chargers secondary is not that great at the moment, is it?
Oh, so, it's a mash unit. Yeah.
But anyway,
terrible.
It's just Devlin Hodges. And like I said, your pass rush and that's still good. Your line's still good, intact.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
we're fine. Okay, and my other one is Kenny Golladay. I hate putting Kenny Golladay in there. I'm a fan of Kenny. Ooh. I like Kenny. Liked him coming out. Liked everything about him.
Who's Detroit playing?
Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay. Yeah.
And they're at Green Bay. So, look, he's been average away from Detroit this year. He's only put up 59 yards and 1 TD.
Really?
In his away games. And let's have a look. And both of those away teams were Arizona and Philly. And what are those 2 teams worst against? The pass. And he couldn't put up numbers against them.
Okay.
3 out of his 4 TDs he scored so far have been within 10 yards of the end. So that's not a great sign for someone who's an outside receiver.
Mm.
And I think Green Bay will do the whole Aaron Jones thing again and run the ball.
I hope so.
Turn the clock.
Ooh.
Keep the clock ticking over. Keep the offense off the ground.
Yep.
And no outside receiver has gone over 87 yards against Green Bay this year.
Wow. Fancy that, hey?
Tight end.
Boyd. OJ Howard.
Oh, mate, it's just
low-hanging fruit. But he was in the top.
No, not just that. It's just Arians just doesn't use tight ends.
That's exactly what I wrote down here. I wrote, Bruce Arians hates tight ends.
He does.
Period.
Why?
OJ Howard is a talented guy, but what can you do? You can just, if you have him in a dynasty league, you just have to put him on the shelf, put him on ice. You can't trade him.
I tell you what I've been doing lately. I've been going and looking at guys that aren't doing that well in the teams, like Mike Evans.
Yeah.
I got to look at Mike Evans' contract. When can he get out of there? Oh, mate, he's gone. I don't think I've already said this a couple of weeks ago. The looks that he gives, okay, he gave him some good looks when he scored 3 touchdowns and went off his nut. But that's let's face it, that's against the Giants.
Yes.
Right? And Janoris Jenkins that gave up every touchdown in that game, basically.
But Chris Godwin's looked good.
Yeah, but it's a different position.
It is a different. He's playing out of the slot.
Yeah, and I think he wants to go. He's like I said, he's wasting the best years of his life, of his football life, playing Tampa Bay.
Right.
My tight end is Delaney Walker.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But he's 50% or less playing time of late. He's only had 2 targets in the last 2 games.
Yep.
He's only run 49% of routes in the past 2 weeks.
Yep.
And the Broncos have only given up 1 TD and 206 yards to tight ends.
And don't forget the sushi chef, Marcus Mariota.
It's just seriously.
The numbers don't tell the story.
It's got to be a matter. It's just a matter of time. And look, I'm not going to put it all on him because he had some balls get dropped last week. Mariota had some balls.
His balls dropped last week.
For the
Good on him.
Yes,
should throw him a party.
Might mature a bit now in the pocket. But he had some TDs called back. Didn't he have? He scored one. Did he score one himself? I know he threw.
I think he did.
He threw one to Brown.
Yeah,
got called back.
Yep.
So but he just doesn't look capable.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like he can raise an offensive ship from the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, quite true, Zach. And I mean, OJ Howard, he's a talented guy. He's just wasting away.
Who's that?
OJ Howard.
Yes.
Okay. Who is your
the replacements?
The replacements.
Outside looking in.
So let me go to QB first. Haha. You are gonna scoff at my one. But I really like this. I know you do actually really like this guy. I might like him more. This is a very polarizing quarterback, G. You're either into wheat products that are made in the early hours of the morning, or you're not. Of course, I'm talking about the baker.
Oh, okay.
I know that was terrible.
That's shocking.
I wish I could rewind that and redo that.
I know. I know where you're going.
The baby maker. So
pretty sure he's not getting up at like 2:30 in the morning.
Pretty sure he's not. Versus Seattle. Now, listen, the Browns have hit rock bottom. Listen, sometimes
there's only ways up.
Yes. Sometimes to grow, you've got to tear it all down, haven't you?
Well, that's like a tree. You
correct.
Snip it at the bottom and let it reach,
Being Aussies, Zach would be familiar with this, a bushfire rages through the bush. And then what do you get? You get new growth.
Yep.
And maybe Baker just needs this. I mean, he had an off season where everyone I forgot we were live. I was going to say everyone was sucking his dick, but I just said it. Anyway, everyone
said it again. I missed the first time. But
everyone in Cleveland was just absolutely just praising Baker out of this world, like he was the second coming, and then he was going to be the next Mahomes, basically.
And then you give him Odell Beckham.
Yes, and you give him Odell Beckham, like the guy
Nick Chubb.
Yep.
You go and grab Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, you go and grab Kareem Hunt. I think just the weight of expectation on the guy has been a little bit unreasonable, and he's only a young guy. I mean,
but maybe he's just not a good quarterback.
Yes, maybe. I actually think he is a good quarterback, but he's just got to take some punches. What?
Now, this is something I don't do. I was speaking to Chris this week.
Yeah.
And I said, I've been watching him and Kyler Murray, 2 short quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit, it's a little bit different for Russell Wilson. I don't know why. Maybe because he moves so well out of the pocket.
Incredibly well.
But especially Kyler and Baker Mayfield last week, a lot of passes are high, especially across the middle. Now, is it because you have to throw a ball up? Because they have to throw over guys that are 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". They can put their hands up. What do you become? You become 7'2", 7'3". So when you throw a ball and you have to throw it at speed, the ball doesn't have a chance to come down.
Yes.
They're great on the rainbows because you're just throwing it over the top. But when you have to throw a ball through, if you're not able to throw it through a gap,
yep,
mate, so many balls are high. Kyler Murray's ball is going to get someone killed one day. Some of you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Baker Mayfield, some of his balls going to get someone killed as well.
Yeah.
Now, it'd be great if they could, when you get an aerial view of the field,
yes,
they can show where the balls land at the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
If you could do it from the horizontal, like looking horizontally and show the trajectory, like have the line at 7 foot.
Yep.
And throwing from the standing position, wherever it is, and keep a track.
Oh, that's clever.
And, And how,
I'm sure they can do that.
I think they're fine when they just lob the ball over. But when they have to drill a ball, because it's short, you have to throw up.
Yes, you do.
And the ball keeps continuing to go up.
Yes.
Especially shorter passes, 15 yards past the line of scrimmage.
It's got to have an arc.
Yeah, but they can't. They like taller quarterbacks.
Well, see, Josh Allen throws a bullet.
Yeah, but he
throws it down
from 7 foot something.
Yes, that's
right.
right.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's either throwing it flat, or down.
Yes.
These guys are throwing it up.
I mean, I'll never forget.
But they can't. They just don't have the technology. They probably do. It's too hard to put it all together. But it'd be really interesting.
Get out of town. Do you know how many camera angles of Richard Sherman shaking Baker Mayfield's hand I saw?
But it's just it's just a thought that came to me. Is just if you could see all like the projections of the balls.
Yes.
The receiver, where he's throwing it from,
really,
the offensive line height.
No, I think that would be really, really good, actually.
Because I think they've really struggled to throw the ball like 15, 10 yards past the line of scrimmage when they have to throw it across the middle.
I'll never forget seeing, and we never saw camera. Well, maybe we kind of saw angles that when it's a low angle, but Brett Favre, the ball that Brett Favre would throw, and he'd drill the receiver right in the numbers.
Yeah, but Brett Favre, but Brett Favre's what, 6 what?
And he wasn't Josh Allen size, He's taller than.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's not throwing it up.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he'd throw these bullets.
Like Ryan Mallett, like what was he, 6'7"? But the problem he threw everything down and usually like at the
ground.
Yeah, the ground.
That was
okay.
Hang on, Zach's got a comment here. Do you reckon Baker messed around? I'm just censoring you slightly. With all the ads he does in the off season instead of putting your head down and grinding to get better. Maybe. I
don't know I don't know how hard he studies, and it's been said that Dwayne Haskins didn't really put his head into the books at the moment. So anyway, I don't know if
he was expecting to start. But does that
you'd like to think with the mouth that he shoots off, Baker, that he can he's doing the other part of it.
Talk the talk and walk the walk.
Yeah,
should be.
Let's hope so.
Should be.
Okay, my QB is Kirk Cousins.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They'll throw the ball. The Eagles' secondary is terrible.
Yes, true.
They're ranked 21st against QBs. Look, he's only had one game of 15-plus points, and that was in Week 5 versus the Giants.
Hey, here's the thing. Stephon Diggs. Remember, squeaky wheel gets the oil. Adam Thielen went completely off. Do you think it might be a Diggs day?
No idea.
Just because of all the stuff that's been going on? Diggs could light it up. I don't know. I've got no basis for that whatsoever.
But look, the Eagles have been lit up by the Redskins, who threw for 380 yards, 3 TDs.
That's funny in and of itself.
The Falcons threw for 320 and 3 TDs. Green Bay threw for 422 and 2 TDs. Devontae Adams had 108 yards. Melvin Jones has had 101 and a TD. Julio's had 106 and 2. Terry McLaurin's had 125 and 1. So look, the Eagles have given up a fair bit of yardage in the throwing game. So this might be a throwing game. I don't know how well Dalvin Cook. He could have actually been in our outs this week.
He could have
against the Eagles.
Hey, you know what? Which is kind of funny considering I'm going live.
Minute 8.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say my power is down. I have to run upstairs and get the charger. Can you keep going?
I will keep
it going.
Jeez, hold down the fort. Yeah. Okay, so we have. I might even end up having to do my whole team. Is that okay? Yeah, live. I've got to start wearing some makeup, man. I've got to start wearing some makeup. Okay, so running backs this week, I have at number 28 coming in to the top 24 is Carlos Hyde at Kansas City. RBs against Kansas City this year have scored Mark Ingram, 16 carries, 103 yards, 3 TDs. Marlon Mack, 29 carries for 132. So best way to, as the Colts did, best way to keep the offense off the ground is run the ball. Pound it out with your backs. Keep Mahomes off the field. And other guys that have done well also, Josh Jacobs have run for 99 yards and Kerryon Johnson has run for 125. So I think this could be a week for the Carlos Hyde owners, and he's running well too.
Did you say Carlos Hyde?
I said Carlos Hyde coming in this week up against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
You don't like that one? Well, how about you go back up and guess
one?
Oh, okay. And my second running back this week at number 32 coming in. Let's pick on Miami. We haven't picked on Miami yet because it's hard because they're playing against the Redskins, and who's going to start anybody from the Redskins? But I'm going to start Adrian Peterson.
Really?
I'm going to bring him in this week. Mate, he's playing against Miami, for God's sake.
Wow. Oh, well. Okay, fair.
Mate, Miami are dead last. Dead last.
Have you got any interest in that game at all?
Yes, I do. Yeah, mate, don't you want to see, like, who's the worst?
Oh.
Plus my boys playing.
Preston.
Yes.
Yep.
Big game. Could be a big game for
It could,
Preston
actually.
this week.
It could.
A lot of more people keep talking about him every week.
Mm.
Yeah, as I said, Miami are dead last against RBs, averaging 38.2 fantasy points. Ingram's went for 107 and 2 on 14 carries. Sony Michel went for 83 in a TD. Zeke went for 125. Eckler went for 60 rushing, 62 receiving, and 2 TDs in total.
Yep. Okay. Shall I throw
Adrian Peterson's still got a little bit of... Well, he's going to have a little... Mate, he's got a little bit when he played against Miami. Dude,
yeah.
But as someone like... I suppose he just really loves the game because he was a Hall of Fame running back. And, mate, you're ranked like number 32 amongst running backs. So some of the guys above him, you just think...
Yeah.
Like when you look at his career when he, 6 years ago, you think these guys are never going to be ahead of Adrian Peterson.
He could easily have just done a... Well, I shouldn't say done it. Calvin Johnson and just said, oh, that's it, I'm done now.
But he maybe just loves playing the game more.
Yeah, he must. Yeah. He must.
And a couple of million in your bank account every year.
Doesn't hurt,
does it?
No. Now, I'm going to take your Carlos Hyde and raise you. I'm going to raise you. I'm going to put both.
Duke?
I'm going to put both Houston Texan running backs in.
Ooh, they're both going to do well.
Duke and Carlos.
Ooh, I don't know if both of them.
Yes, because of the Chiefs, they've yielded the most rushing yards in the NFL. So, why not? And Duke Johnson's actually been on the rise the last couple of weeks. I'm a big Duke fan, and Carlos Hyde just rips my heart out all the time. But Duke's had 6 for 56 versus the Panthers, 9 for 59 against the Falcons. Unfortunately, he's not getting a lot in the passing game because of Carlos Hyde. I just think both of these guys, remembering that we're talking about guys from outside the top 24, right? So I reckon both of these guys are going to be flex-worthy. Probably Carlos Hyde but in front of Duke, but I think both will be flex-worthy this week.
Excellent. Okay, wide receivers, I have coming in, easy in. 2 easy ins. First one, Michael Gallup.
Oh, that's
number
a nice
29,
one.
according to Fantasy. How is he number 29? Seriously, what? I have no idea. After what he's done in every game that he's played,
he's looked great.
He's looked fantastic.
Yeah.
So he's up against the Jets this week. John Brown smoked him for 123 and 1. Odell Beckham's gone from Odell Beckham. Was it this year?
Odell Beckham
161 and 1. That can't be right, can it? Am I looking at? Is that this year?
He's had
must have
a good game.
That must have been it.
He hasn't had much, though.
Mate, Josh Gordon, who's done absolutely nothing. And I actually started him today thinking, mate, if he's going to do it, today was his last chance.
He got hurt, didn't he?
He
got hurt, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He got hurt.
Do you know, because I sat DJ Chark on the bench.
Oh, no. Why did you do that?
No, you haven't seen my team.
That's a terrible sit.
I can afford... No, but I just want to give, mate... I want to give Josh one chance.
No.
He's up against the Giants. He could have easily gone for like 80 yards today and 2 TDs. Could have done it easily.
Chark is on fire at the moment.
I know.
That guy is on fire.
Mate, he's been on. I drafted him. I wanted to give him one more shot. TJ Chark, I pulled off waivers.
I know. My goodness, him and Minshew, I should say, have got something going on.
They have got something. So Josh Gordon went for 83 against them. In the same game, Edelman went for 62 and 1, and Dorsett went for 53 and 1.
Yeah.
And Zach Ertz is the other one. He went 5 for 57 and 1 TD. And Jeffrey in the same game at 52. So they're just leaking. They're almost as bad as 161.
Included an 80 plus yard touchdown.
Beautiful.
So there you go. That kind of explains things.
Just accept the trade. Stop giving me stats. Just accept the trade. You're pressing the wrong button, dude. And Gallup against the Packers in week 5, 113 yards, 1 TD. In the 3 games Gallup has played, he's had 22.8, 22-8, 12-8, and 24-3.
Awesome.
Beautiful. My second wide receiver, D.D. Westbrook.
Really?
Versus the Saints. The Saints have given up the 5th most yards to wide receivers and 3rd in TDs. And DJ Chark will probably get Marshawn Lattimore. So that leaves...
Okay, that's a fair point.
That leaves DD in the slot playing against PJ Williams, who's a bit of a hack. PJ has allowed 1,000 yards on 115 targets and 9 TDs.
When?
That's
so far.
That's his going
rate.
Get
out of town. Are you serious?
That's his going rate. And 115 targets thrown his way.
This season?
No, in the last 115 targets thrown his way.
Oh, okay. Right.
He's given up 1,000 yards and 9 TDs.
How has he given up 1,000 yards in the season so far? That's appalling.
No.
He'd be out of the league.
No, that's what he's done on 115 targets. So
okay.
Give me DD.
It's still not good, but, you know.
That's terrible. That's terrible. So, and look, mate, this... Who knows what's going to happen in this game? Like if Jalen Ramsey doesn't play, this could be a bit of a shootout game.
Could, yeah, could.
So there you go.
Yours. Look, mine aren't as good as yours. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. Maybe because I'm at the end of my list.
Give the people something.
All right, I'll give the people something.
No, I do.
Oh, you do, yes. I'm dubious.
You're a politician.
Yeah, I'm a politician. The first one I went with is Mohamed Sanu.
I'm a revolutionist.
You're a what?
A revolutionist. Is that right? That's right, isn't it?
A revolutionist?
That's right, isn't it?
What's a revolutionist do?
Revolt.
Cause revolutions?
Yeah, revolt against government.
All right. Mohamed Sanu. As we've said already countless times, the Falcons are at Arizona. The guy's got a high floor. He just doesn't get respect.
He's doing well.
He is doing well.
Matt Ryan's targeting him at the moment.
He is.
Mate, he's always been a very good, reliable receiver.
Very consistent.
I don't know why they don't use him more.
Yeah, he just gets no respect. And the other guy, this is a total flyer, and this could be just crash and burn. Like, really, just don't even do this. Don't listen to me. Because it might be a better play for next week, for week 7, and maybe in a few weeks, maybe. But I said Robbie Anderson versus Dallas. Sam Darnold apparently is back.
Yeah, not going to be this week.
But maybe it won't be this week.
Like what's Sam Darnold going to be like after missing the time? Is his pancreas the right size? Is it pancreas? Is that we had to wait for it to
pancreas?
Was that right?
I don't know.
Had to shrink?
I think so.
Yeah. Like how is he going to feel with the mono?
Oh, I've got no idea.
He should come out.
How bizarre.
He should just come out with a texture and just put it here. Like mono. It's a bit of a joke.
What rotten luck, hey? That is just so... The luck is ridiculously bad. But Robbie Anderson, so look, maybe I'm just on drugs saying... I
think you are a little bit.
But
Jamison Crowder, I would agree with you a bit more.
Yeah, but I think that Robbie Anderson could actually be a play moving forward.
Okay.
Because his stock is low as all get out.
Yep.
So actually could be a good play going forward. Tight end G.
Vernon Davis. I'm going to pick on
Really?
Miami again. Yeah, what targets they have?
Is he playing?
Yeah, he's back training. Yeah, he's back in full this week.
It's not Jeremy Sprinkle?
No. Vernon Davis. I was going to put Jeremy Sprinkle till I found out Vernon Davis is back.
Oh,
I like
okay.
Vernon Davis. I'm going to pick on Miami. Back at practice. Miami's the whipping boy, our whipping boy this year, aren't they?
Yep.
Without a doubt. They're ranked 28th against tight ends, averaging 15.1 fantasy points. Mate, the Redskins through the air aren't great. I had a look. The wide receivers, Terry McLaurin is number 25.
Yep.
And Paul Richardson is number 50. And I'm actually surprised that Paul Richardson actually showed up on the second page because they're in 25 receiver slots.
Yes.
I was surprised to find another Redskins receiver. I thought I'd be going at least another 2 pages in.
Right.
And then Trey Quinn's at number 68.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so you said Vernon Davis.
Yes.
So mine is, again...
It's a wasteland outside the top 12.
Yes. Yeah, it totally is. Mine is...
Are you just making it up now? Is that why you're on your phone?
No, I was just going to tweet the link out. No, I'm not making it up now. I've got it written down.
Are you sexting while you're doing the pod?
Do I look like I'm sexting?
I have no idea.
Mine is... I shouldn't put that on the screen so I can sext. Mine is Noah Fant.
Oh,
versus Tennessee.
That's nice.
Now the Titans are a good matchup for tight ends. They're the only fly in the ointment. Actually, there's lots of flies. Fant's only had 1 target last week, so it's risky. But I mean, tight end is just risky. Full stop. You know what I mean?
It is, without a doubt.
So
I think Vernon Davis is going to get more than one look.
Well, yes, and I would think Fant will get more than 1 look, but with Flacco and the Broncos offense, who knows? Although the Chargers made them look like Super Bowl champions, so who knows?
And we're done.
We're done.
Would we come in at?
An hour 20.
20. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Well, the audio one I'll be able to, trim down a little
Okay.
bit, but this one, it is what it is. So so we did our. Stretching your scarf, yellow and black. What team is that, G? I've got no idea.
I'll tell you a quick story before we go.
Okay.
My mate Jace, who had the stroke, one of the things he doesn't remember anything. Long term, which is ingrained, he remembers.
Yes.
But there's a lot of things like he at the moment he doesn't realise. Like he'll ask, "What's this?"
Really?
What is it? Like he didn't know what the TV was.
He just doesn't know what the name of it is, or he doesn't know what it is?
He just doesn't know what it is.
Wow.
He can't read English at the moment. Like it's just might as well be Russian at the moment. But it all come back. But so when I first went and saw him, he's a Hawthorn supporter. He doesn't like the Tigers at all. And so I took him.
Oh, you could play some horrible games.
Did. I took the scarf in.
No.
I said, I brought your favourite scarf in, Jace. And he goes, "Who's that?" And I said, "The Tigers." And he goes, "What do they do?" I said, "The football team."
Yeah.
This is who you barrack for.
Oh, no.
So he didn't say, he just looked at it because he had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But as I left, I said, "Do you want the scarf?" And he goes, "Oh, no, I'm okay." And I said, "Go Tigers." And he goes, "Go Tigers." Oh, it's the only time I'll ever get him to say, or I've ever heard him say, "Go Tigers."
You'll have to, when all is well, of course,
he probably
in good taste.
He probably forget that I did it.
You'll have to tell him that story.
Yeah.
When all is good. That's actually very.
So I just try and, there's been enough tears, just try and.
Yeah. That's exactly. Life is a funny thing, G, and if you can't laugh sometimes, then you cry. So especially when sometimes we look at our fantasy teams.
Yes. And we've gone an hour and 23
Yeah, I
minutes.
know. Yeah, I realise. Anyway, it's been great to get back on deck with you, and we'll get hopefully back into a rhythm, life notwithstanding. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you if you're listening. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Zach, for joining us live.
Press accept.
And we appreciate everybody who tunes in and listens. Good luck with your fantasy teams. Already more than a quarter of a way through the fantasy season. I probably shouldn't say stuff like that because it just makes you sort of a bit depressed to think that. Although it feels longer.
It does. I think people are starting to. People aren't realising I'm trying to do trades. People don't. I'm sending out trades to people. I said, realise it's only week 6.
Yeah,
you're knocking back guys thinking that the season's almost over because
it
got a long way to go.
I don't know why it feels like that. Because
and we know what happens in the second half. Second half, things get crazy.
That's right. Yep. Have a good weekend, Zach. Thank you.
You too, dude.
Anyway, on that note, thanks everybody, and on behalf of GM, myself, We will catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll hit end broadcast. See you, Zach. Ciao. End broadcast. Press stop.